Welcome to Drunk Bible Study. This show's mission is to read every single word of the greatest story ever told. A warning to our listeners, the hosts of this show are sinners, but they're doing their best. There will be drinking and there may be some swears. They did say they'd try to keep it clean, but I wouldn't put my money on it.
I'm Emily, and this is Drunk Bible Study, where my good friends Dedeker and Jace lie to me about there being a lion in Daniel. No, I'm kidding. There probably is.
Promise there's
sometime.
a lion, at least one lion in Daniel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe even
Okay.
multiple lions.
Really? Cool.
Maybe.
That's awesome.
Maybe.
But the question is, though, because we got a couple episodes of Daniel, so do we think the lions are going to make an appearance today? That is the question. How much money are you going to put on it?
Oh, I don't know.
You a gambling lady?
I mean, generally no. What if I'll write down all of the potential stuff to talk about in a bonus episode
Oh, right.
next time if there's no lion.
Okay,
I gamble
sure.
that there is a lion.
That's a good gamble. You take
Okay.
on the note-taking
So
labor.
you're gambling there is a lion. Okay.
in this episode, but if there's not,
right.
then I'm going to write down everything next episode.
And Dedeker, are you willing to take the opposite side of that bet?
There you go.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Okay. Wow.
All right.
I'll take
I
it.
mean, Dedeker probably knows better than I do, so yikes.
Yeah. So, Emily, can you give us a quick recap of the story of Daniel so far?
Oh gosh. Wasn't it sort of like another America's Next Top Model situation, except for Daniel it's something about like interpreting dreams or interpreting something of this king, which was Nebuchadnezzar/Nezer. And Daniel is one of 4 cool boys. The others are Rashak, Shemak, and Abednego.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
Something
all right.
close to that. Yeah, I've been practicing kind of.
Good.
Okay, good.
/ my mom was like, I knew those names, but if you asked me to look at them and read them, I wouldn't have known them. But yeah, she knew them otherwise. So yes, these 4 wonderful boys are so awesome.
Yes.
Somehow Daniel wasn't a part of that one chapter where the other 3 boys got tossed into a fire. And maybe Jesus, maybe an angel was there saving them.
right.
Who knows? And that was basically as far as we got, I think. That was the last chapter.
Yeah, that was a great recap.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
It's nice
Good.
when there's actual things that happen in a story. It makes it a lot easier to recall.
For sure.
Definitely. Yeah, it was a really fun time.
Oh, can you bring the people in? Because in our bonus episode from last time, we did do some casting.
Yes. But are we keeping the cast that we said?
Well, we should let the people know. We should at least announce our cast list. And then if somebody really hates it,
Okay.
we can treat it like an audition.
Yes. Where? Oh, yeah. And we also watched VeggieTales, which is
Yes.
also
Yes.
amazing. I think we cast Hanson as the trio.
No, it was the Jonas Brothers.
It was the Jonas Brothers.
Yes.
Okay. Hanson was a potential, but it ended up being the Jonas Brothers, which I think
so
is...
Rack, Shack, and Benny,
Yes.
as we're calling them,
Yep.
played by the Jonas Brothers. We'll leave it up to you to figure out who plays whom.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love that.
I'm excited about many different headcanons out there.
Yes.
Right.
Now I'm like, wait, who's the Euphoria cast? Because we looked up a different beautiful boy
Yeah,
to
Algie Smith.
play. Yes,
Yes,
Algie Smith.
I wrote it all
who-
down in our
Thank
Drunk
you.
Bible Study, the movie document.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Yes, I was looking on the document, but it's in the movie.
Mhm.
Yes, so we cast him as Daniel, although I know Asa Butterfield was the other option potentially. Yes.
Right. So he did not come up in the bonus, I think.
He did
but
not,
Our
but-
editor messaged us while she was working on that bonus episode and was like, I was kind of picturing Asa Butterfield, who's from
Mhm.
Sex Education. He's the boy from that.
Yes.
And that's kind of more the like sort of slender little boy that I kind of
Mhm.
pictured for young Daniel.
I mean, he's 6 feet tall, so he's,
Wow,
you know,
really?
he's not like a little tiny boy. McKay, the guy who plays McKay in Euphoria, but Algie Smith is only like 5'5". He's teeny
Yeah,
weeny.
he's a tinier boy.
He's a much tinier boy. Yeah.
And then for Nebuchadnezzar, that is being played by the one and only Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yes.
Oh, right.
And I think
Which is amazing that we've never cast him before. I'm shocked.
the more that I'm reflecting on it, I think this is going to be a good role for Daniel Day-Lewis to like really sink his teeth into, like he does with every single role
Yeah.
that he's ever been cast in.
He's going to walk around, not shower like Nebuchadnezzar, probably like anoint himself in oil all over the place, just constantly.
Right.
threaten to kill whoever can't tell him and also
Yes.
interpret his dreams to him.
There you
Yes,
go.
of course.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Amazing.
So good. Okay. I love this.
Yes.
So to recap those names real quick, it's Shadrach,
Mm-hmm.
Meshach, or Meshach, however we want to say
Okay.
it.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Abednego, yeah.
Abednego.
Yep.
Okay. Abednego.
But as a kid, people always said Abednego, even though it's Abednego, but
Abednego.
you know, it's close enough. Just say it real fast. Abednego.
Go.
And then people won't even notice. They'll think,
Abednego.
oh, wow.
Yeah. There you go.
What are we drinking?
Yes. What are we drinking?
What are you drinking, Jace?
Yeah. So I am trying something weird
Oh.
and I'm not going to recommend it because it's
Okay.
not
No,
very
too weird.
good. I think it's just missing something like some lime juice or something. But here's what it is. It's mezcal
Mm-hmm.
and dry vermouth, which I found this idea from looking up cocktail recipes.
Do Campari with it, and then it's
Campari? Okay, I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go add Campari.
just
right
throw
after
that
this.
in there,
Okay.
and it'll be a perfect drink.
Okay, great.
Well, although actually, you put dry vermouth instead of sweet vermouth. Had you put sweet vermouth, it would have been a perfect drink. I don't know about dry, but try the Campari. It's just going to make it even more bitter.
Emily knows.
Okay, great. I love that.
Yeah, but try it. What were you trying to make?
Well, so I was just trying to see what I could mix with mezcal because I got this new mezcal that's very smoky and delicious and wanted to try that in a cocktail. And I was looking up various ideas and I just don't have a lot of the right kinds of mixers for it. And
Okay.
so I was like, well, let me just try something.
Just get some lemon and lime.
And I do think it just needs something with a little more sweetness in it. And I just don't have any lime or lemon juice right now.
Okay.
But I think that maybe the Campari might get me there. So I'm going to go try that.
Okay. Yeah, try it for sure. All right, Dedeker, what about you?
I'm just having a nice little whiskey ginger with specifically a ginger beer that promised that it is a tropical ginger beer. And it is.
What
It's
does
like,
that mean?
I don't know, it's gingery, but it's also like a little bit mango-y, a little bit
Okay.
pineapple-y. Like it's taken the whiskey ginger and making it so that I'm sitting on the veranda of like a wonderful porch in Hawaii or something like that. I love it.
Wow, that's fun.
Yeah.
And and whiskey. Okay, yeah, whiskey ginger. So yesterday was my anniversary, and my partner very kindly got me some things to mix with drinks.
Ooh, fun.
He got me some twisted shrubs. I'm looking on Amazon right now. It's essentially like an apple cider vinegar and flavored cocktail type drink that you can use in place of, I guess, syrup.
Oh.
Yeah, it's interesting. So the one that I'm using is pineapple habanero, and it has like a very light amount of sugar, apple cider vinegar, and then the pineapple and habanero. So I made like a pineapple habanero French 75, and then I put
Ooh.
actual pineapple in there as well.
Nice.
So
Wow.
this has lime juice, the twisted shrub, and then also gin and champagne. So it's a lot.
Wow.
And I mixed it with the pineapple to add, like up the pineapple flavor.
Wow.
It's
You're so ready to celebrate a lion today.
Yes, exactly. It's tart because of that apple cider vinegar. Like I was not expecting it to be so apple cider vinegary, but I like kombucha, so it's fine. I can definitely handle it.
Oh, sounds like an ideal drink for me. I could drink vinegar straight all day long,
Yeah,
honestly.
I like apple cider vinegar. Did it make it better, Jace? I don't know what it would taste like.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I put a little bit of Campari and it
Mhm.
still mostly just tasted weird, but then I added a little more and now it's good. It's got that bitter Campari kind of
Yes.
taste, but it's
Yeah.
nice.
Okay.
There's that smokiness too from the,
Yeah.
there's like dry vermouth has a little bit of that kind of like it adds almost that like oily texture to something, even though it's not oily, but I guess that's how I describe the mouthfeel of vermouth, which I like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that with the smokiness and then also this kind of bitterness, almost like a grapefruit of the Campari is kind of nice.
Yeah. You're essentially making kind of a mezcal Negroni. If you had a sweet vermouth, then it would be a Negroni.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's fun.
Yes.
All right, folks.
There you go.
Okay. We ready to do this?
Let's do this. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It is time for us to see the writing on the wall with Daniel's, all the Daniels.
Multiple Daniels.
Chapters 4 and 5. And then we're going to be reading 2 Psalms today, 136 and 137. As we get started, we want to remind everyone to read responsibly and drink responsibly.
You can drink along with us, or you can listen while you're in the car.
But please do not do both at the same time.
And with that, Daniel chapter 4. All right, Daniel chapter 4. Nebuchadnezzar, the king.
I already lost the bet. John Duff told me
Oh.
that they don't show up until 6.
Oh, yeah. John Dolph in the chat spoiled it. We're not
Yep.
going to get lions
Yeah.
today. Shoot. Sorry, everybody
I
listening.
know. I had looked ahead. That's why I couldn't participate in the bet.
All right.
Because I had already checked on that.
I should have known that I would lose regardless. Oh, well, it's fine. I'm happy to do the thing, Dedeker.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Nebuchadnezzar the king, to all the peoples, nations, and languages who dwell in all the earth, peace be multiplied to you. It has seemed good to me to show the signs and wonders that the Most High God has worked toward me. I wonder who's speaking here.
Yeah.
How great are his
This is
signs?
Nebuchadnezzar.
Oh, it's him. It's Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, Daniel
the
Day-Lewis
man
has a monologue
himself.
here.
Oh, to all. Okay. He's saying this to all peoples, nations, languages. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so he himself is now speaking to us. This is exciting.
Yeah.
Like we've heard of Nebuchadnezzar/Dresser for so long and all of his antics and mishaps and policy decisions. And now here he is with us in the flesh.
Yes,
Mhm.
indeed.
I love the idea that we kind of have built him up all this time as this scary, terrible invader. And then we kind of meet him and maybe he's suddenly sort of likable and he's into Yahweh now. And so we're kind of like, whoa, wait, okay. Twist.
Yeah,
this
that's true.
reveal that
Uh-huh.
he's this cool guy, maybe. But then maybe he twists back to be evil again. I don't know. We'll see.
Hmm.
How great are his signs and how mighty are his wonders. His kingdom is an everlasting kingdom and his dominion is from generation to generation. I, Nebuchadnezzar, was at rest in my house and flourishing in my palace.
Of course.
Great.
Of course.
Oh, I'm going to start using that. I feel like I
I'm
say that every week.
flourishing in my
Such
palace.
wonderful turns of phrase. Oh, I'm just flourishing in my palace. I am flourishing is just, it's a sentence I really want to incorporate more
Hmm.
frequently. As
Mhm.
people ask,
think
how
you
are you?
should.
You're like, flourishing.
I'm
Flourishing.
flourishing.
Doesn't care if you're having a bad
I
day.
am.
Just say it and see what people do.
Love that. I will definitely try that.
I saw a dream which made me afraid. And the thoughts on my bed and the visions of my head troubled me.
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
fun little
The
rhyme there.
thought, that's cute. Like the thoughts on his bed, like when he's dreaming, I guess. And then, the
They're
visions.
kind of just excreting
They're just hanging out.
onto the pillow.
on the
He's
pillow.
drooling them out.
Ew.
Therefore, made I a decree to bring in all the wise men of Babylon before me, that they might make known to me the interpretation of the dream. Then came in the magicians, the enchanters, the Chaldeans, and the soothsayers, and I told the dream before them, but they did not make known to me the interpretation of it. Okay, so this is different. He's actually told them the dream this time.
Right. Yes.
Interesting.
And for some reason, no one can just like pull it out of their butt to be like, it means that you're handsome and people are intimidated by you.
Love that.
Yeah.
Can I just was looking at the Great Bible 1539 here version. And the first thing that really jumped out to me is Nebuchadnezzar's name in this is not
Uh-huh.
Nebuchadnezzar.
Or Dresser.
or Nebuchadnezzar.
What is it?
It's Nabucodonosor.
Whoa, badass.
It's so cool.
It sounds like he's a dinosaur or something.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Nabucodonosor.
Or maybe like a Power Ranger.
Ooh, yeah.
So let me just read that first part of his little monologue here from this because it's really delightful. I, Nabucodonosor, being at rest in mine house and flourishing in my palace, I saw a dream which made me afraid, and the thought is that I had upon my bed
Thoughties.
with the visions of mine head troubled me. Then I sent out a commission that all they which were of wisdom at Babylon should be brought before me to tell me the interpretation
What?
of the dreaming.
Interpretación.
Por favor.
I love it. It's like interpretation, but instead of the I, there's a Y. So it read to me as like interpretation
Yeah.
of the dreamy. So there came the soothsayers, charmers, Chaldees, and conjurers of
Chaldees.
devils. Conjurers of devils.
Whoa, that's some
Whoa.
intense
That's cool.
stuff.
Yeah.
To whom I told the dream, but what it betokened, they could not show me.
Oh, but what does it betoken? I want to
Betoken.
know.
I love that. What does
So
it betoken?
But
Amazing.
at the last, Daniel came in before me, whose name was Belteshazzar,
All right.
according to the name of my God.
Forgot about that.
Why are we naming him? Why does everyone have two names? I swear.
And in whom is the spirit of the holy gods? And I told the dream before him, saying, Belteshazzar, master of the magicians, because I know that the spirit of the holy gods is in you, and no secret troubles you. Tell me the visions of my dream that I have seen, and the interpretation of it. Thus were the visions of my head on my bed. I saw, and behold, a tree in the midst of the earth, and the height of it was great. The tree grew and was strong, and the height of it reached to the sky, and the sight of it to the end of all the earth.
This is like an Elden Ring, the great tree in that.
Oh, yeah. Defs.
Oh, it totally is.
The leaves of it were beautiful, and the fruit of it much, and in it was food for all. The animals of the field had shadow under it, and the birds of the sky lived in the branches of it, and all flesh was fed from it.
Gross.
Gross. I saw in the visions of my head on my bed, and behold, a watcher and a holy one came down from the sky. He cried aloud and said thus, hew down the tree and cut off its branches.
No.
Shake off its leaves and scatter its fruit.
Mm.
Let the animals get away from under it and the fowls from its branches. Nevertheless, leave the stump of its roots in the earth, even with a band of iron and brass in the tender grass of the field, and let it be wet with the dew of the sky, and let his portion be with the animals in the grass of the earth. Let his heart be changed from man's, and let an animal's heart be given to him, and let 7 times pass over him.
What?
What does that
Even
mean?
what?
What does that mean?
Okay, hold on. I'm going to finish the dream, and then I'm going to open it up to interpretation from you
Okay.
and also the audience.
Okay. Yes.
The sentence is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men, and gives it to whoever he will, and sets up over it the lowest of men. Okay, so that's the dream. So I want to hear from the two of you how you would interpret this dream. In the chat, if you know what this means, don't spoil it. If you don't know what this means, give us your best guess. Okay, what are the two of you got? So just a quick recap. He sees a big tree.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's beautiful.
So big.
Yeah.
Covered in fruit and food.
Mhm.
Animals love hanging out underneath it. All the birds are there.
Yeah.
Everyone is sustained by this tree. And then someone comes out of the sky and is like, cut this shit down. And something poetic about a heart being changed into an animal's heart.
Yeah.
I think he thinks that he's the tree that's giving like all of these things to people and all of this
Mm.
goodness and wonderful, I don't know, like he's the father of the land essentially. Or
Mm.
maybe no, I think that it's him, even though I know that he likes God now. But I think maybe he's worried that someone is going to come and usurp his position.
That's a
And
good
that's
guess.
the cutting down, perhaps?
Yeah, very
and
political.
the changing of hands?
Yeah. What do you think, Chase?
Yeah. So the thing that's getting me is that we cut down this tree and chased away all the animals, but then we put metal on it. We bound it up with metal. And I don't know if that's to keep it from growing or if that's supposed to be cool. We're putting a cool crown on it.
Or a stump. A crown on a stump.
A crown on a stump.
I mean, or is it that they cut down the greatness of this tree and then put it into a cage, into a dungeon of sorts?
Yeah, we got to restrain this tree because it's too powerful.
It's too covered in fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it gets super weird where it's talking about it and it's using the pronoun it, and then it switches to say his and says let his heart take out a man's heart and instead put in a animal's heart.
So it's that first baboon heart transplant.
Oh, he's okay. Yeah.
A prediction.
So Daniel's going to be well, actually, what you're predicting is the fact that industrialization is going to, destroy the environment, and someday we're going to be able to transplant a baboon's heart into a human.
I mean, he should have gone with that because it's true. Brady in the chat was just saying it's capitalism. That's the prediction. We're going to destroy the environment.
Totally.
There you go.
All right. Yeah. Love it.
It's Fern Gully. Thank you, Sam.
Great film. Gotta watch that again.
All right, let's see.
Okay.
This dream, I, King Nebuchadnezzar, have seen.
Nebuchadnezzar.
Nebuchadnezzar's dinosaur.
And you, I, King Dinosaur, have seen. And you, Belteshazzar, declare the interpretation. This is how this relationship works. I see the dream, you do the interpretation. Let me just get that clear.
What is this?
Because all the wise men of my kingdom are not able to make known to me the interpretation, but you are able, for the spirit of the holy gods is in you. Then Daniel, whose name was Belshazzar, was stricken mute for a while.
Whoa.
And his thoughts troubled him.
Oh, see.
Wait, this has happened before to other prophets where they just can't speak for some number of days.
Has it? Which prophet?
Oh, who was it? Wasn't it Jeremiah who
went mute
was
for a while?
Struck mute for months or weeks or something?
I'm writing into the bonus.
I feel we'll look it up.
What, Daniel is not a prophet, but he is kind of.
He totally is. Yeah, he's not a book of the prophets, but
he's not in.
Prophet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's struck mute, and his thoughts trouble him.
Okay.
The king answered, Belteshazzar, don't let the dream or the interpretation trouble you. It's just tell me, please.
He's
don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's my dream, not yours, so get over it. Belteshazzar answered, my lord, the dream be to those who hate you, and the interpretation of it to your adversaries. The tree that you saw, which grew and was strong, whose height reached to the sky, and the sight of it to all the earth, whose leaves were beautiful, and the fruit of it much, and in it was food for all, under which the animals of the field lived, and on whose branches the bird of the sky had their habitation.
We know the one, yeah.
It is you, O king.
Boy.
Boom.
Emily called it.
Good job, Emily.
Shakalaka. Yes.
It is you, O king, that
me.
are grown and become strong. For your greatness is grown and reaches to the sky, and your dominion to the end of the earth. Whereas the king saw a watcher and a holy one coming down from the sky and saying, hew down the tree and destroy it. Nevertheless, leave the stump of the roots of it in the earth, even with a band of iron and brass in the tender grass of the field, and let it be wet with the dew of the sky. And let his portion be with the animals of the field until 7 times pass over him. Drink for repetition.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is the interpretation, O king, and it is the decree of the Most High, which has come on my lord the king, that you shall be driven from men, and your dwelling shall be with the animals of the field.
Oh boy.
And you shall be made to eat grass as oxen, and shall be wet with the dew of the sky. And 7 times shall pass over you until you know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men and gives it to whoever he will.
Okay, so, this clearly is going to piss off Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar is going to be like, bitch, get in that cave with that lion.
Right.
I see where this is going.
Okay. Whereas they commanded to leave the stump of the roots of the tree, your kingdom shall be sure to you after that you shall have known that the heavens do rule.
So
Okay, so I think he's saying, but your kingdom's still going to go on. Like it's going to be okay.
But just without you.
well, no, I think he's still going to be alive. It's till you know that God is cool.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought that he likes God now.
But
Well, this may be after the fact when he's telling us this story.
hey, but I feel like he's kind of been like, oh, wow, this Yahweh God's cool. And then like immediately turns around and still looks to his magicians and soothsayers and stuff. So I think it's that he's not, he hasn't fully gone 100% Yahweh, you know?
Okay.
Therefore, O king, let my counsel be acceptable to you, and break off your sins by righteousness and your iniquities by showing mercy to the poor,
Okay.
if there may be a lengthening of your tranquility. A lengthening of your tranquility.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What does the message have to say about a lengthening of your tranquility?
That's 27.
So he says, so king, take my advice. Make a clean break with your sins and start living for others. Quit your wicked life and look out for the needs of the down and out. Then you will continue to have a good life.
Interesting.
Only you
Yeah.
can prevent forest fires.
Also that.
I don't know. I think that's a big ask.
Yeah.
All this came on the king Nebuchadnezzar. At the end of 12 months, he was walking in the royal palace of Babylon. The king spoke and said, "Is not this great Babylon, which I have built for the royal dwelling place, by the might of my power and for the glory of my majesty?" While the word was in the king's mouth, there fell a voice from the sky saying, O King Nebuchadnezzar, to you it is spoken, the kingdom is departed from you, and you shall be driven from men,
Oh, no.
and they dwelling shall be with the animals of the field. You shall be made to eat grass as oxen, and 7 times shall pass over you until you know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men and gives it to whoever he will.
Cool.
Drink for repetition.
The same hour, here's where it's going to get real conceptual.
Hmm.
The same hour was the thing fulfilled on Nebuchadnezzar, and he was driven from men and ate grass as oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of the sky until his hair was grown like eagle's feathers and his nails like bird's claws.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Wait, okay. I'm putting this down for the bonus. Nebi being an animal?
Yeah.
I totally remember this from Sunday school.
Okay, so he pulled an anamorphs
Yes.
and turned into
Yes.
He like went feral.
an eagle hawk.
So cool.
And also
Yeah.
grazed in the field. He was like an ox eagle hawk out in the field.
Cool.
And I imagine all of his advisors and close confidants were like, well, okay, well, we can't rule the kingdom like this, but this is cool, right? We got to keep him around, but we
Wait,
can't.
who rules the kingdom then?
We can't let him have decision-making power when he's an eagle hawk.
Right.
What are we going to do?
Question, does he just like sit on a perch and do all of his advisors like sit around him and they're like, my liege, what do you think we should do in this instance?
And he's like,
He's like, give me
And
my
then
dead mouse.
he's like,
yeah.
and then like, nothing happens. Yes, my liege, yes, quite.
Or yeah,
Wow.
or is it they all just are like, okay, so our king transformed into an anamorph and he's out in the field being all dewy. Let's just kind of keep this hush hush and just like
So they put him in a pen?
like reschedule all his appointments.
Right.
Do they put a thing around his ankles
Oh,
so
yeah.
that they don't lose him?
Oh, yeah, the little tracking tag.
Yeah,
yeah, like they don't lose.
I do remember that in Sunday school and in Christian school growing up, this phrase like 7 times is unclear whether it was like it's going to last for 7 days or 7 years or 7 months or like 7 minutes or
Right.
however long, but however long it took to get the message, I suppose.
Yeah. Wow.
Cool.
Okay. I mean, the message has clearly landed on these are years.
Interesting.
So the message thinks this went on for 7 years, but you're right
Gosh.
that from what we're actually reading here, it might be a little bit questionable.
Could be 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Where he just like
Yeah.
really went nuts.
Yeah. Or is it that he actually just got so high that to him, he's like, oh my gosh, you guys, I was like an ox, but like also my hair was like an eagle's wings and my fingernails were like talons.
Yeah, the grass is oxen. What he's really meaning is some like special grass that he chewed on.
Right. And he was like, and it was,
Yeah.
I was like that for 7 years. And now I'm back. I think it might be something like that. Or maybe 7 lifetimes or 7.
Okay.
And that's where the legend of Bigfoot comes from to this day.
Got it.
Good.
Okay.
He somehow made his way to North America, just like the Mormons believe.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
At the end of the days, I, Nebuchadnezzar, lifted up my eyes to heaven, and my understanding returned to me.
Oh,
And I blessed the Most High,
he's chill.
and I praised and honored him who lives forever. I will say, like, there have been...
So he definitely went on a trip.
Yeah.
Well, there have been moments in my life where I was so high that I was saying to God, like, if you please just end this, I'll believe in God again.
Really?
It did happen once, yes.
Yeah.
Not.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Where I was just like so desperate for it to be over.
Okay.
And I praised and honored him who lives forever, for his dominion is an everlasting dominion, and his kingdom from generation to generation. All the inhabitants of the earth are reputed as nothing, and he does according to his will in the army of heaven and among the inhabitants of the earth, and none can stay his hand or tell him, "What do you?"
What is that?
Yeah, no one
What
can
is
Oh
that?
my God.
question,
Okay, I
right?
just realized.
What do you?
Hold on. Daniel Day-Lewis in this role,
Oh, he's gonna
yeah.
kill this.
So
he's
good.
going to kill it.
He's gonna be so awesome.
He's going to method act for like a whole, like he's going to do like 7 months of
mushrooms.
being an animal
Oh, yeah.
out in the grass
Well,
in the
also
field.
7 months of mushrooms. Yeah. But then
Yeah,
he'll be out.
letting
in the
his hair
field.
grow long,
Yeah.
like-
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
This
He's
is
gonna
perfect.
become an eagle.
Perfect.
Uh-huh.
He's going to become.
He will become an eagle. He will be an eagle for like 7 years leading up to this role to prepare for it. So he knows what that's like.
Oh wow. Wow.
At the same time, my understanding returned to me, and for the glory of my kingdom, my majesty and brightness returned to me. And my
Okay.
counselors and my lords sought to me, and I was established in my kingdom, and excellent greatness was added to me. Excellent greatness. I love that. Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and extol and honor the King of heaven, for all his works are truth, and his ways justice, and those who walk in pride, he is able to abase.
Whew.
That was awesome.
Oh, and that's it. Wow.
So I suppose this is just like a moral lesson about pride, I suppose, is where we're
Sure.
bringing it around.
It's pretty badass.
It's a pretty
Dang.
cool story. I like though that we've got this story of Daniel where we have his like America's Next Top Model, or Babylon's next top prophet.
This has gone all over the
Right.
place.
It really has.
Yeah.
And then we had this chapter that wasn't Daniel at all. It was just all about his buddies Rakshak and Benny. And then we had just like a monologue from Nebuchadnezzar kind of steps up. I love how
Yeah.
like
It's very vaudevillian.
Ooh, yeah.
Like he just gets his
Mm.
moment in the sun.
yeah, it's very cool.
He's like, and now an interlude by Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah, exactly. I love it.
It's beautiful.
Love it.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So before we go on to chapter 5, our last chapter for today, and then read some Psalms, we're going to take a quick break to talk about some ways you can support this show. The very best thing you can do is just tell your freaking friends. Tell them all about
Tell
it.
'em.
Tell your Bible study groups. Tell your pals. Tell your neighbors. Go knock on your neighbor's door and just say, hey, have you heard the good news of Drunk Bible Study? Here's a QR code.
Wow.
You'll have to figure out making that QR code yourself because we don't have that right now. But we'd really appreciate that if you could bring people along either to the live shows or the recorded ones. If you want to check out the live shows, you can go to drunkbiblestudy.com/live and see our schedule of upcoming live shows there, as well as links to check us out on Twitch to check out the live shows. And if you're willing and able to support us financially, we do have a Patreon at patreon.com/drunkbiblestudy. And as a thank you for supporting us on there, we have things like early releases of episodes. So you can be sure to check out the episodes before everybody else, personal toasts on the show, and of course, Emily's amazing drink recipes.
And we're back, and it is time for Daniel 5. Belshazzar. Oh, that's Daniel. The king. What?
Wait. Yeah.
Is this an ordered list?
No, this is
No, that seems like
King
a typo.
Belshazzar.
Belshazzar the king, because ain't the king.
The message says King Belshazzar. So does the NIV.
What?
That's weird as heck.
Did he become
Really?
the king while we were away? That's what he did on the break?
Well, hold on, no, but they clarify that Daniel's name is Belteshazzar.
This is a different
Who the heck
king.
is Belshazzar?
Belshazzar.
Belshazzar.
Hold on. Okay, if we keep reading, we will understand.
Okay, great.
Okay. Belshazzar, the king, made a great feast to 1,000 of his lords and drank wine before the 1,000. Belshazzar, while he tasted the wine, commanded to bring the golden and silver vessels which Nebuchadrezzar, his father, had taken out of the temple, which was in Jerusalem.
It's Daniel Day-Lewis's son.
So we're doing like a big time jump here, maybe?
I suppose so, yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Or maybe he was instated while his dad was like a freaking nutso animal in the field.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's possible. Yeah.
So we're going to need to cast him too. Which Nebuchadnezzar, his father, had taken out of the temple, which was in Jerusalem, that the king and his lords, his wives, and his concubines might drink from it. Then they brought the golden vessels that were taken out of the temple of the house of God, which was at Jerusalem, and the king and his lords, his wives, and his concubines drank from them. They drank wine and praised the gods of gold and of silver, of brass, of iron, of wood, and of stone. In the same hour came forth the fingers of a man's hand. That's weird.
Wait, okay. Hang on. From where? Where'd they come from? From his wine?
It just says in the same hour came forth the fingers of a man's hand.
It showed up at the door and the bouncer was like, sure, why not?
It was
I don't
like
know.
Cousin It. Is that it?
Weird.
Is it it?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Cousin
No, that's
It, but, like,
great.
not
okay, Cousin
Harry?
It shows up.
Yeah, maybe. Or no, wait. No, sorry.
Oh, no, you're
the
thinking
thing.
of the thing.
Yeah.
The thing.
In the Addams
Yes,
Family.
The
Yes.
hand. Yeah.
Yes. So, and wrote over against the lampstand on the plaster of the wall of the king's palace. And the king saw the part of the hand that wrote. This is weird as heck. Like, this whole thing is like a big trip.
Yeah.
Then the king's face was changed in him, and his thoughts troubled him, and the joints of his loins were loosened.
Wait, hold on.
Sorry, wow.
We have mentioned loins many times in this book known as the Bible.
But I didn't know that it was a jointed thing.
Joints. Like your hip joints, your pelvic
Joints.
floor joints.
Maybe your pelvic floor. He's doing Kegels. I'm sorry. I had a bit too much champagne.
So I am old Chris Kringle. I'm the king of bowels tinkling. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Hold on, can you give me that line again?
The king's face was changed in him, and his thoughts troubled him, and the joints of his loins were loosened, and his knees struck one against another.
Can I?
So
okay.
I feel like he's getting knock-kneed for a minute here.
Or is this like you got me walking side to side? Can you tell me what the message says, Jace?
Now, here's a weird turn of events.
Okay.
I actually think that the Great Bible is more understandable than what you just read from the World English Bible.
Oh dear.
Okay. Give it to me.
So, so verse 6 says, Then changed the king his countenance, and his thoughties troubled him, so that the joints of his body shook, and his knees smote one against the other.
Okay. So it's not just his loins, it's like his whole freaking body.
So he just got all shaky.
Shooken.
Yeah. So
Okay.
what the message says is that he saw this disembodied hand writing on the wall that appeared out of nowhere.
I mean, that would be weird.
It's already weird.
Yeah.
And that when the king saw the disembodied hand writing away, he went white as a ghost, scared out of his wits. His legs went limp and his knees knocked.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. The king cried aloud to bring in the enchanters, the Chaldeans, and the soothsayers.
Always.
The king spoke.
Classic. He always goes back to them. Hasn't he
I know,
learned?
even though
I
they
guess
haven't
this
done
is
anything really.
Maybe a new king?
Oh, this
Or the
is a new
prince?
king, though. Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's got to learn all over
Yeah.
again.
The king spoke and said to the wise men of Babylon, Whoever shall read this writing and show me the interpretation of it shall be clothed with purple and have a chain of gold about his neck, and shall be the third ruler in the kingdom.
Third. Wow. What an upgrade.
I wonder who the second is. I know.
Who knows who number 2 is, but
Maybe it's his dad?
Well, or is he number 2? Are they calling him the king, but he's really like the
Daddy's
crown
still
prince?
the actual
and dad's
daddy
still
king.
around.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Then came in all the king's wise men, but they could not read the writing nor make known to the king the interpretation. Then was King Belshazzar greatly troubled, and his face was changed in him, and his lords were perplexed. Now, the queen, by reasons of the words of the king and his lords, came into the banquet house. The queen spoke and said, "O king, live forever. Don't let your thoughts trouble you, nor let your face be changed. There is a man in your kingdom, in whom is the spirit of the holy gods."
why does the queen know this? Is she and Daniel
I
hooking
don't
up?
know, because she was paying attention.
Or she's just paying attention, yeah.
Yeah, she was just paying attention.
And in the days of your father, light and understanding and wisdom, like the wisdom of the gods, were found in him. And the king Nebuchadnezzar.
Okay, wait.
What?
Sorry, hold on, pause. So, okay, I just want to step back to clarify. She said, in the days of your father. So
Interesting.
I think he is gone, and we have
Yeah.
jumped in time now.
Which is interesting.
And that maybe she's then the second in command in the kingdom.
Maybe,
and so
yeah.
that's why he'd be third after the king and queen.
I doubt it. A woman?
Right?
Come on.
Please.
Come on.
But the king and queen.
Come on.
yeah.
Although, okay, this is Babylon, though. Maybe they're like really weird and
Like women.
sacrilegious and like let women have positions of
Progressive,
power.
Yeah, maybe Daniel can change that.
Yeah. And the king Nebuchadnezzar, your father, the king, I say, your father, made him master of the magicians, enchanters, Chaldeans, and soothsayers, because an excellent spirit and knowledge and understanding, interpreting of dreams and showing of dark sentences, and dissolving of doubts.
Dark sentences. That's cool. I like
And
that.
dissolving of doubts were found in the same Daniel, whom the king named Belteshazzar. Wait, did he name him that? I thought that he was.
Yeah,
Wait, he
Belteshazzar.
Belteshazzar.
Okay, he named him that. Not. I thought that was like his Jewish name.
No, Daniel.
No, Daniel's his Jewish name.
Got it.
Belteshazzar is his
Babylonian
Babylonian
name.
Got it. Okay. Now, let Daniel be called, and he will show the interpretation. Wow, she was like
She's on it.
telling him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Then was Daniel brought in before the king. The king spoke and said to Daniel, "Are you that Daniel who are of the children of the captivity of Judah, whom the king my father brought out of Judah? I have heard of you that the spirit of the gods is in you, and that the light and understanding and excellent wisdom are found in you. Now the wise men, the enchanters, have been brought in before me, that they should read this writing and make known to me the interpretation of it, but they could not show the interpretation of the thing. But I have heard of you, that you can give interpretations and dissolve doubts. Now, if you can read the writing and make known to me the interpretation of it, you shall be clothed with purple, and have a chain of gold about your neck, and shall be the third ruler of the kingdom." He's like, "Ugh, whatever." Then Daniel answered before the king, "Let your gifts be to yourself, and give your rewards to another."
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, classic Hebrew. Don't you
Classic,
dare
yeah.
try to pay me for this.
Yeah.
Right. Don't you dare try to give me something that others might say I got for free. Like, do not give that to me.
I mean, he's clearly doing a service. I don't know, but whatever. "Nevertheless, I will read the writing to the king and make known to him the interpretation. Your king..."
So sassy. Just like, but whatever, I'll read it for you anyway.
Yeah, but give it to like some other dude. Whatever.
I don't need your freaking purple cloak.
I mean, I'd like to see this purple cloak. That's cool. "Your king, the most high God, gave Nebuchadnezzar, your father, the kingdom, and greatness and glory and majesty. And because of the greatness that he gave him, all the peoples, nations, and languages trembled and feared before him. Whom he would, he killed." That's a weird sentence. "And whom he would, he kept alive. And whom he would, he raised up. And whom he would, he put down."
I see, just like whoever he wants.
Yeah.
He kills or lets live or promotes or demotes, just whatever he wants. Okay.
But when his heart was lifted up and his spirit was hardened, so that he dealt proudly, he was disposed from his kingly throne, and they took his glory from him. And he was driven from the sons of men, and his heart was made like the animals, and his dwelling was with the wild donkeys. He was fed with grass like oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of the sky until he knew that the Most High God rules in the kingdom of men, and that he sets up over it whomever he will. You, his son Belshazzar, have not humbled your heart, though you knew all this. But have
okay.
lifted
So,
up-
all right. So he's like, you saw what your dad went through.
Oh boy, yeah.
And you didn't learn nothing.
And yet you don't really care, clearly. I can tell. But have lifted up yourself against the Lord of heaven, and they have brought the vessels of his house before you. And you and your lords, your wives, and your concubines have drunk wine from them, and you have praised the gods of silver and gold and brass, iron, wood, and stone, which don't see, nor hear, nor know, and the God in
classic.
Yeah, they're like false gods.
Yep, love that.
And the God in whose hand your breath is, and whose all are your ways, you have not glorified. Then was the part of the hand sent from before him, and this writing was inscribed. This is the writing that was inscribed. Meeny, meeny, miny, moki. No, meeny, meeny, tekel, upsharan. Upharshan.
Wait, what? What are you? What? Wait, hold
Tekel,
on. Take that
tekel.
again.
Meeny, meeny, tekel, upharshan. Right? That's what I'm reading. Upharshan.
I feel like in Sunday school, this
What?
was always pronounced, and again, this is all white people's, it was pronounced mene, mene, tekel, upharsin.
Upharsin. Oh, I guess, yeah, it's not a... It's not,
Men, like Italian. I say men.
Yeah, it's
men.
Italian. Like a menne.
mene, tekel, upharshin.
Yeah, there you go.
Sin.
Wow.
Fiend.
It's interesting because the NIV and the Message have different words.
Oh, what are the words?
Yeah. Well, so mene, so MENE, but they only say it once instead of twice. And then tekel, TEQEL,
Tequel.
and then peres,
Perez?
and then peres, PERES.
Oh, yeah, Perez is down here. Look at this. This is weird.
Oh, it changes?
This is the interpretation of the thing. Yeah, mene, God has numbered your kingdom and brought it to an end. Tekel, you are weighed in the balances and are found wanting. Paris, randomly. I don't know.
Paris that we did not mention in this first read through.
Correct.
Right.
Yes. Your kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and Parisians.
Persians, not Parisians.
Persians, sorry, Persians. Medes?
It's going to be wine and cheese from here on out.
I love
So
it.
get used to it, Belshazzar.
Not the Parisians. No, the Persians. The Medes and the Persians. Then commanded Belshazzar, God. And they clothed Daniel with purple and put a chain of gold about his neck. Wow, they weren't pissed about this?
He's like, sure, great. Love that.
And made proclamation concerning him that he should be the third ruler in the kingdom. And that night,
Wow.
Belshazzar, the Chaldean king, was slain.
Whoa.
Whoa! Darius the Mede received the kingdom, being about 62 years old.
What a weird fact to
Okay.
throw in there at the
Yeah.
end. Kind of buried the lead.
Yeah, really.
Wow.
Let's focus on the part where he just like, was he the one that snuck in and killed Belshazzar and took over?
Oh.
Or was he killed by someone else? And then this was like, that really kind of missing a lot of key.
Was he the one who snuck in and wrote
Details.
this stuff on the wall? Was this actually just graffiti that somebody
Ooh,
left?
that's fun.
I love that
That's
Daniel was like,
fun.
don't give me these things. And they gave it to him anyways.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was like, oh, all right, fine, I'll take it. But also that they didn't get pissed off. I'm like, why are they going to throw him into a lion's den? I don't know.
Oh, well, we have to find that out next week.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, I guess he's gonna piss off King Darius, and he'll throw him in the lion's den or
Yeah.
something.
All right, he's got quite a career spanning multiple kings.
Yeah,
I know.
Really.
And every single king does not learn the lesson from the previous king.
Right.
Wow.
Exactly.
That's wild.
Pretty amazing. Wow. Okay, that's it. Are you all going to read us some Psalms?
Oh, yeah, it's
let's
time.
do it.
Okay.
And now it's time for Silly Psalms with DBS, the part of the show where DBS comes out and reads some songs. 136. Give thanks to Yahweh, for he is good.
Yeah.
For his loving kindness endures forever. Give thanks to the God of gods, for his loving kindness endures forever. Give thanks to the Lord of lords, for his loving kindness endures forever. To him who alone does great wonders, for his loving kindness endures forever.
Okay, hold on. Is this going to be the whole psalm? Because we're going to
Yep.
we're going to
Drinking a lot.
poison ourselves.
Just keep drinking.
If we keep
Just
drinking for
keep
repetition. Oh, no.
drinking. To him who by understanding made the heavens, for his loving kindness endures forever. To him who spreads out the earth above the waters, for his loving kindness endures forever.
Wow.
To him who made the great lights, for his loving kindness endures forever. The sun to rule by day, for his loving kindness endures forever. Maybe if this were like one person singing out these and there's like a chorus behind being
I like
for his
that.
love and kindness endures forever.
I like that.
And then they like sing each one. That might feel better. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
To him who made the great lights, all of the lights, for his loving kindness endures forever. The sun to rule by day, for his love and kindness endures forever. The moon and stars to rule by night, for his love and kindness endures forever. To
I had a
him,
different interpretation of what it sounded like in my head, but go for it.
okay, sure. I mean, do you want to take a stab at it? Do you want
For
to?
his loving kindness endures forever.
Ooh, I
That
like
was
Oh,
that.
that's fun.
That's
Okay,
jazzy.
okay.
That's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to take that then? Okay. To him who struck down the Egyptian firstborn
For his loving kindness endures forever.
and brought out Israel from among them.
Wait, really? Can we just,
Emily,
like,
come on. Come on.
For his loving kindness endures forever.
With a strong hand and with an outstretched arm.
For his loving kindness endures forever. Oh my God.
This psalm endures forever. too.
Wow, how many are there? Just like, just run through it, Jace.
Okay,
Just
okay.
do it.
Just go, Jace. You got to just go.
To him who divided the Red Sea apart, for his loving kindness endures forever, and made Israel to pass through the middle of it, for his loving kindness endures forever, but overthrew Pharaoh and his army in the Red Sea, for his loving kindness endures forever. To him who led his people through the wilderness, for his loving kindness endures forever. To him who struck great kings, for his loving kindness endures forever, and killed mighty kings, for his loving kindness endures forever. Sihon, king of the Amorites, for his loving kindness endures forever. Og, king of Bashan, for his loving kindness endures forever. And gave their land as an inheritance, for his loving kindness endures forever. Even a heritage to Israel, his servant, for his loving kindness endures forever, who remembered us in our low estate, for his loving kindness endures forever, and has delivered us from our adversaries, for his loving kindness endures forever, who gives food to every creature, for his loving kindness endures forever. Oh, give thanks to the God of heaven, for his loving kindness endures forever.
Wow, that was it.
And that was
Okay.
it.
Wow.
Wow, that was a lot.
You never know what you're going to
That was
get
a
with
lot.
Psalms. It's really like a box of chocolates. It's like a box
Yeah.
of 147 different chocolates. And
Mhm.
some of them are just like real repetitive chocolates, if you know what I mean.
147. Wow, we're almost there. 10
so
to go
close.
after this one.
We're so
I do-
close.
That's a good metaphor because it's like a box of chocolates with 147 different chocolates, and we've already eaten 137 of them, and we're kind of sick of
And we're
chocolate
like,
at this point.
That is a good metaphor. All right.
All right. Psalms 137. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yes, we wept when we remembered Zion.
Mm.
On the willows in that land, we hung up our harps.
Oh,
For there, those who had led us captive asked us for songs.
On the willows
this is that song
there.
from
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, really? It's so
Yeah, this is the lyrics.
beautiful. I sang
That's where we hang
this.
up our lyres. I
Which
think is
songs
how
are
it
you
is
talking
in-
about?
We hang up.
It's in
our-
Godspell.
It's from Godspell. Yeah, it's a really beautiful song.
Yeah, everyone loves that one.
It's really beautiful. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
extremely gorgeous.
Those who tormented us demanded songs of joy. Sing us one of the songs of Zion.
Mhm.
How can we sing Yahweh's song in a foreign land? If I forget you, Jerusalem, let my right hand forget its skill. Let my tongue stick to the roof of my mouth if I don't remember you, if I don't prefer Jerusalem above my chief joy. Remember, Yahweh, against the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it
Raise
even
the
to
roof.
its foundation. No,
Oh.
raise,
Raise the
R-A-Z-E.
roof.
Raise, like
raise,
destroy.
bad raise, destroy. Okay.
Daughter of Babylon, doomed to destruction, he will be happy who repays you as you have done to us. Happy shall he be who takes and dashes your little ones against the rock.
Wow, that really took a turn.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
that's a lot different than the song,
Oh,
actually.
boy. That really caught me off guard.
Yeah, it really did.
Wow. I mean, yeah, you never know what you're going to get in the Bible.
You really don't.
It
Yeah.
really is. One chocolate is all about killing babies.
Yep.
Yeah, it starts out fun and nice, and then it becomes a baby death.
Mm-hmm.
This book.
Well, wait, is the next episode it for Daniel, or do we have a couple
No,
more?
we have
Two
two
more.
more,
Yep.
right? I think next will be penultimate.
Oh, wow, it's 5 total. Okay.
Yeah.
I was promised lions, and they're going to be in the next one, apparently.
Mm.
Thank goodness.
Yep, they will be in the next one. Hopefully, you've been
Wow.
taking lots of notes because it's going to be a couple weeks till we have our quiz. So I hope you
Mhm.
remember all the things.
But before we wrap up here, we need to give a toast
Oh,
to a patron, a new parishioner who became a parishioner
wow.
during this very recording.
Wow.
A blast from the past, someone I went to high school with. We need to give a toast to Will.
Yay, Will.
Thank you for supporting us, man. Good to see you. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. Oh, my goodness.
Couldn't do it without you. So glad you're here.
Thank
Wow,
you
that
so
was
much.
exciting.
Mhm.
Yeah, extremely exciting. Oh, my
A
goodness.
live patron
parishioner.
supporting. That's great.
Yeah, I love that. And that you can like literally watch us
It's rare.
toasting you. Need
Yeah.
more of that.
May your babies never be dashed against the rocks.
No, wow. Yeah, never, for sure. At least that. Yeah. But please, more of you come to the live shows. They're so much fun. I love it. Thank you all for joining us for a Bible study today. If you want to join the audience in our live stream shows, follow us on Twitch at Drunk Bible Study or go to drunkbiblestudy.com/live. If you want even more Drunk Bible Study, including early releases, cocktail recipes, personal toasts on the show, and more, become one of our patrons at patreon.com/Drunk Bible Study. If you enjoyed the show, take a moment to subscribe, write us a nice review on iTunes, letting other people know what you like about it. You can also join fellow listeners in the Drunk Bible Study Fans and Fellowship Facebook group or on our Discord server at discord.drunkbiblestudy.com. Find us on Twitter at Drunk Bible Cast, on Instagram at Drunk Bible Study, or send us an email to info@drunkbiblestudy.com. Drunk Bible Study is created and produced by Jace Lindgren, Dedeker Winston, and me, Emily Matlack. Our theme song is Book Club by Josh and Anand from their album Home of the. For more information, visit us at drunkbiblestudy.com.
I made a memory about your dad. He's in a book club. Whoa. He's got a history of skimming past all the pages of ageless confessional shit.